Good morning, children. Today's lesson is the last lesson. This is the first lesson of your book Flamingo. The title of this lesson is the last lesson, but actually it is the first lesson. The author is Alphonse Daudet. Right? You understand? Let me introduce yourself. Let me introduce you to this lesson. Alphonse Daudet. I am telling you something about the author. Alphonse Daudet was a French novelist. His nationality was, he was from France and short story writer. He wrote so many short stories. He was born in the year 1840 and he lost his life in 1897. The last lesson is set in the days of the Franco-Prussian War. This lesson is set when France was fighting with Prussia, 1817 to 1871, in which France was defeated by Prussia. Who defeated France? Prussia, led by Bismarck. Bismarck, important historical figure, defeated France. Prussia then consisted of what now are the nations of Germany. That time, Prussia had several nations of Germany. Consisted of what now are that time they were not the nations, but now they are nations of Germany. Poland and parts of Austria. Germany. Then Prussia consisted all these areas. In this story, the French districts of Alsace and Lorraine have passed into Prussian hands. In this story, we are going to know that Prussia had already conquered two French districts, Alsace and Lorraine. Read the story to find out what effect this had on life at school. This victory over two districts in France had a disastrous effect at school, on life at school. Let us know what happened. I started for school very late that morning. The narrator started for his school very late that morning and was in great dread of a scolding. He was afraid that he would be scolded by a teacher. Why? Especially because M. Hamel had said that he would question us on participle. M. Hamel was the name of their teacher. M. Hamel was the name of his teacher. He had told the students that he would ask questions. He would ask questions related to participles. Participle is a grammatical chapter. And I did not know the first word about him. And the narrator did not know anything about that grammatical chapter, participles. For a moment I thought of running away and spending the day out of doors. For a moment it came to his mind that instead of going to school, he should spend the day out of doors. He should not go to school. It was so warm, the day was so warm, so bright. The birds were chirping at the edge of the woods, outside limit of an area, at the edge of the woods. The woods means what? Forest. At the edge of the woods, the birds were chirping, and in the open field back of the sawmill, there was a sawmill. And in the open field back of the sawmill, the Prussian soldiers were drilling. There was an open field where at the back side of the sawmill, and some Prussian soldiers were doing some military exercises there, drilling. It was all much more tempting than the rule for participle. Their act of drilling was much more attractive than the rule for participle. Who thought so? The narrator. It was all much more tempting than the rule for participle. But I had the strength to resist. But he had inner strength to go against his own desire and hurried off to school. At first he wanted to. What did he want? He did not want to go to his school because there were so many attractive things outside the campus of his school. But at last he went against his own desires and hurried off to school. He started moving in the direction of the school very fast. When I passed the town hall, there was a crowd in front of the bulletin board. When he was going past the town hall, he saw a large number of people standing near the town hall. Where? In front of the bulletin board. What is bulletin board? A notice board. For the last 2 years, all our bad news had come from there. For the last 2 years, the people of Alsace and Lorraine had been receiving their bad news from that place only. The lost battle. News about the lost battle. The draft. Draft, children, I would like to stay here at the beginning of this word. At this word I should say. The practice of ordering people by law to join the armed forces. The practice of ordering people by law to join the armed forces. Other standard English word for it, conscription. C-O-N-S-C-R-I-P-T-I-O-N. Conscription. And in general English, in conversational English, the word we use for this is call up. C-A-L-L call, U-P-E up. Call up. So he, instead of spending his time outside the campus of his school, instead of spending time here and there, he wanted to go to his school. He saw a large number of people in front of the bulletin board, notice board, and I thought to myself without stopping, what can be the matter now? He did not stop there. He thought about the matter. He thought, what can be the matter now? Why are so many people here in front of the bulletin board? Then as I hurried by as fast as I could go, then I have already told you, he was going towards his school as fast as he could go. The blacksmith, there was a blacksmith, his name was Wachter, W-A-C-H-T-R. Who was there? He happened to be present there with his apprentice. He had a person with him who was learning the art of trade from him, reading the bulletin. That blacksmith was reading the bulletin, called after me. He saw the narrator move fast. He shouted from behind, "Don't go so fast!" He shouted. He wanted to tell the narrator not to go that fast. Bug, he will get to your school in plenty of time. Bug is a word, a rude or aggressive way of addressing a boy or man. A rude or aggressive way of addressing a boy or man. It was, I should say, used in North America. It was used in informal English. But nowadays, it seems to have gone out of use. I thought he was making fun of him. The narrator thought that blacksmith was making fun of him and reached M. Hamel's little garden all out of breath. When he reached his teacher's little garden, he was panting, he was out of breath. Usually, when school began, there was a great bustle. Whenever school began, every day, what was noticed? A great bustle. What is bustle? Excited activity, which could be heard out in the street. The sound produced by that excited activity could be heard out in the street. The opening and closing of desks, this also produced some sound. Lessons repeated in unison. When all the boys repeated their lesson, this also produced some sound. Very loud. How did they repeat their lessons? Very loud. With our hands over our ear to understand better. Sometimes some students used to cover their ears with their hands. Why? So that they could understand better. And the teacher's great ruler rapping on the table. That was the time when the teacher used to rap his great ruler on the table. Rap means what? Hit sharply, quickly, suddenly or loudly, like this. This is called rapping. But now it was also still. But that day there was nothing but silence. But now it was also still. I had counted on the commotion to get to my desk without being seen. He did not want to be seen. He wanted to enter the classroom without being seen. In other words, he wanted to enter the classroom inconspicuously without attracting anybody's attention. But of course, that day everything had to be quite a ceremony. But that day, the entire atmosphere, you can say, was silent. It looked as if it looked like a Sunday morning. Through the window, I saw my classmates. Through the window, when he peeped inside the classroom through the window, what did he see? He found his classmates already on their places. They had already occupied their seats. And M. Hamel walking up and down with his terrible iron ruler under the arm. And M. Hamel, their teacher, was walking up and down like this. Like this, the ruler was under his arm. Though I had to open the door and to go in before everybody. He was forced by the circumstances to open the door. Everybody saw him opening the door, and then he entered the classroom. You can imagine how blushed and how frightened I was. You can't imagine how uncomfortable or embarrassed he felt. Who? The narrator. Blush means what? Blush means embarrassed and how frightened. He was very much afraid. He thought that he would be punished by his teacher. But nothing happened. But children, that day nothing happened. M. Hamel saw me and said very kindly. M. Hamel, his teacher, saw him and talked to him very kindly. He said, go to your place quickly, little Franz. Franz is the name of the character here. He instructed, M. Hamel, the teacher, instructed him to go to his place quickly. We were beginning without him. He told him that he was going to start a lesson in his absence or without him. Thank you, children.